I'm going to ask everybody to step 6 feet apart. Mr. De Leon. And so that you can hear. My name is Miguel Santiago, Assembly member for this area. Let me tell you why this is incredibly important. These Japanese American seniors have helped build this community, have stood side by side with us, have stood side by side with Mexican Americans, have stood side by immigrants of all walks of life. They have been here, built our community. They are our friends, neighbors, fathers. They are important to our community. But the fight here represents the larger fight we're seeing all across our region. Big for-profit corporations coming in and kicking our people out. At a point in time when we're talking about social equity, we've got large corporations with no ties to our communities, simply seeking the bottom line, profit over people. But they chose the wrong people to pick on. They chose the seniors that we love. The people who have walked these neighborhoods with us, who have stood up for injustices, who have fought side by side with us. And simply because they're older today, and simply because they look different, and simply because they have a different language, and simply because they have a different history than their shareholders, than those who are demanding profit from this investment. Simply because of all these reasons, they want to kick out those seniors who have made our community what it is today. I don't know how else to say. It's just plain and simple, cold-blooded and cruel to kick out our seniors during a pandemic. Cold-blooded and cruel for the simple dollar. We're not going to stand by this. We're going to fight this at every level. We're going to fight through it in legislation that Mr. Muratsuchi and I are carrying to prevent this from happening. We're going to fight this at the local level because Mr. De Leon is not going to give up on this. We're going to fight this through every legal tooth we have, through the AG's office. And we're going to fight this because our community is standing together, side by side. And we're going to say, stop gentrifying our neighborhoods. Yes. We represent the people who live here today. Not some wealthy out of the region people who are going to come in and help gentrify and kick out our neighborhoods. La pelea ahora es importante, no solamente para nuestra comunidad, pero para todas las comunidades que tengan gente de bajos recursos, que vemos a compañías que entran a nuestros vecindarios y simplemente por el dólar nos quieren correr. Esta gente nos ayudó a hacer estos vecindarios y la comunidad como la tenemos ahora. Y ahora simplemente por un billete de dólar los quieren correr a la calle. Y nosotros cuando les preguntamos les decimos, ¿qué van a hacer con esta gente? Que vayan a la calle. O los movemos a otras facilidades. Pues déjenme decir lo que está pasando en otras locaciones. Esta compañía tiene un récord horrible de tener a su gente infectada de COVID. ¿Ahí los quieren mandar? No. O los quieren mandar a la calle. So let me be very clear. We're not going to stand for this. We're not going to let the seniors out on the street. We're not going to let them to go to other facilities. Because let's be clear, they're not good actors. They've had about 314 senior staffs who have been infected in other facilities, and about 113 who have died. That's not justice. This is cruel and cold-blooded, and we're not going to stand for it. And I want to introduce one of our champions, Mr. Muratsuchi, who is working with us on this issue, and who gave me a call and said, hey, let's do some legislation. And then said, let's fight it harder at every level. Mr. Muratsuchi. Yeah.